Chapter 766. Down One Rich Duck. It starts in the garden at the estate. Kevin, Smithers, and Slinkman were working in the garden. Kevin, you know, I don't blame Ben for punching you in the face. I might have been shocked when he told me, but I think you had it coming. Smithers, look, I've already been read the riot act for what I did. To Slinkman, besides, didn't you blindly work for Lumpus for all those years? Slinkman, at least I realized what I was doing wrong a lot quicker than you. You, on the other hand, have a lot to make up for. Asterisk asterisk asterisk. Later me, Julie, Elena V, Donna Diego and Bella Hartley were walking home from the mall. Bella Hartley, how are you feeling, Julie? Julie Yamamoto, I'm feeling a lot better thanks to Sora's potions. But every once in a while, I fear that my body might move against its own will and attack you guys. Me, I'm glad you are feeling better, Julie. But rest assured that the nanochip queen is now dead and will never terrorize the world again. Elena V, that's good. We will never allow that monstrosity of a queen to ever invade my body. Scream, and we thought only those bonded to symbiotes can say we. Elena V, I guess some aliens have adapted the same qualities. But then we got a rude surprise from an old enemy from Donna's past. It was her ex-boyfriend Sean Luminos, a murderer I busted before we met Donna and killed Carlton Drake. Donna Diego, Sean Luminos. Julie Yamamoto, you know this jerk? Donna Diego, unfortunately I do. He's my ex-boyfriend. Me, and he's also a murderer I busted 1 year before we killed Carlton Drake. Sean L, that's right. Julie, what was he sentenced to? Me, he was sentenced to 25 years to life in prison. But I've been reading a newspaper report that he escaped from prison. Donna, her teeth become sharp, you're gonna regret coming here, Sean. Her tongue changes. Donna became Scream. Sean was quivering in fright and I wrapped him in vines. The police arrived and they rearrested him. Donna Diego reverted back. Donna Diego, as my friend Nico Chan says, Sean Luminos, you have failed this world. We laughed. Julie, hug scream, are the transformations to symbiote and human painful? And do your clothes rip off every time? Donna, no. Scream covers me as we transform and my clothes are intact. She can turn into this awesome yellow and black trench coat. Julie, it's amazing. Elena V, it sure is. Asterisk asterisk asterisk. Back at the estate, we were having delicious coconut mango smoothies in coconuts as we were sitting by the pool relaxing on a hot summer day. Me, slurps, ah. Delicious smoothies, Lenny. Lenny, thank you for the smoothies, Lenny. Lenny, you're totes welcome, Lenny. Donna Diego, they are very refreshing. Me, yes they are. Kevin, how did you and Ben meet? Kevin, that is a very dark question. Before I redeemed myself, I was once one of Ben's most dangerous enemies. I was often called Kevin 11. Kevin revealed his past. When Ben found him, Kevin lived alone and stole from people in order to get by. Ben befriended him once he found out that Kevin, too, had special powers. Then, when Kevin tried to commit a crime out of spite, Ben tried to stop him and persuade him to use his powers for good. Kevin grew resentful of Ben and later returned as an enemy. Kevin reappeared in several episodes. In one episode, Kevin absorbed the Omnitrix, granting Kevin the power of shape-shifting into Ben's alien forms. Kevin tried to frame Ben for several crimes. But eventually Kevin mutated even further into a monster with all of Ben's alien forms wrapped into one hideous creature. But in one episode, Kevin and Ben had to team up with each other. They were kidnapped by a robot named Slixfigma. They were forced to fight others as entertainment for others. Because they were connected together. After Slix was destroyed, Ben managed to escape while Kevin was trapped on the ship with a new friend of Ben, Technorg. Kevin also teamed up with Vilgax so he can defeat Ben for making a fool out of him. Since then Kevin has been trapped in the Null Void. Kevin is found by the Rooters, who did experiments with his Osmosian powers on Alan Albright, Helen Wheels, Manny Armstrong, and Pierce Wheels, transforming them into the Amalgam Kids, making them do nasty things. After that, Kevin fled, only with Cervantes controlling his memories, convincing him that he had alien blood. During the time that he was associated with the Rooters, Kevin first met Arjit when he gave a caged Arjit a leaf to eat. Kevin then says that he is going back to Earth and save it and intends to take down Ben. Eventually on Earth, Kevin discovers Arjit and threatens him to start running, and he and the Amalgam Kids confronted Ben, Gwen, and Max, and Kevin fired a blast at Ben. Ben manages to avoid the shot and transforms into I-Guy. I-Guy pins Kevin down. However, Kevin did this to get Ben to come closer and touches the Omnitrix, causing Kevin to mutate again. Kevin, like Ben stated, starts to go insane again and even attacks his allies, the Amalgam Kids. Kevin was eventually stopped by Arjit, who used his quills. Kevin and the Amalgam Kids were sent back to the Null Void, but an enraged Cervantes wiped out their memories and sent them away. Cervantes then abandoned the plan to destroy Ben after Ben stopped wearing the Omnitrix. In the Null Void, Kevin and Arjit are moving some objects around, and they both talk about how difficult it is to bring the objects together. Suddenly, a robot named Otto arrives and says that he is going to use the objects to help them get out of the Null Void. Otto tricks Kevin and Arjit into turning on the device and escapes without them, leaving now dismayed Kevin and Arjit trapped in the Null Void. At some point later, Kevin was brought out of the Null Void by Thaddeus J. Collins, who was being possessed by Z's scare, and tied to the Null Void portal using plumber technology. Collins asked Kevin to use his absorbing powers to mine hedorium underground. Kevin was mining for hedorium in a dark cave when he encounters Ben, who was accompanied by his cousins Gwen and Lucy Mann and his friends Cooper and Jonassy. After Cooper examines the technology as Kevin asks him to disconnect him from the portal, Ben disagrees with Kevin's request as he has done a lot of bad deeds to him. Kevin then tells Ben that the planet Earth would be in danger. Ben takes Lucy and Jonassy to find out about the problem as Gwen and Cooper deal with Kevin. While Ben is I-Guy, Lucy and Jonassy fight Grandpa Max holding a weapon. Kevin teases Cooper about being Gwen's boyfriend, but both of them stated they were just friends. Kevin teases and thinks he is a better guy, leaving Gwen raged and walks away. As I-Guy, Lucy, and Jonassy defeat Max, Cooper tried to pull the connection but failed. He then reprogrammed Kevin's connection to let him pull the portal like a kite. Gwen blasts at the portal to separate the ionic bonds as they headed to join Ben, Lucy, and Jonassy. Ben laughs at Kevin because he is still connected to the portal. Kevin says it is better than being stuck to one spot. As the group walked further into the caves, they see a portal which things come out of. They head up only to see Thaddeus, who is revealed to the children to be Z's scare in disguise, and that the portal is for the Ectonurites to come in from their home world. Gwen is surprised that Kevin has been helping Z's scare. The other Ectonurites are inside the bodies and controlling the grown-ups. Due to the collective efforts of all the kids, everyone was saved when suddenly the Null Void portal starts to pull Kevin. Ben, Gwen, Lucy, Jonassy, and Cooper help to pull Kevin in order to prevent him from being pulled into the Null Void portal, but they fail to do so when Ben loses his grip on Kevin's hand, leaving Kevin getting pulled back into the Null Void. At some point later, Kevin and Arjit managed to escape from the Null Void at the same time, and 2 years after breaking away from Cervantes, Kevin began work on his car. Not satisfied with a simple standard model, he began outfitting it with alien tech, and to this end traveled to Koros to acquire a Tetra MAND engine block for it. Since the tech couldn't be given to an outsider, he wooed the then teenage Princess Luma Redwind and successfully defeated her combat, earning the right to marry her in 3 years, thereby making him a part of the family, and was given the engine as a gift. In the first episode of Ben 10, Alien Force, Kevin joins Ben and Gwen to battle against evil. Even though Kevin became an ally to Ben Tennyson, Kevin still did several things that made him an anti-hero. In the pilot episode, he is shown selling weapons to the Forever Knights but ends up fighting Ben but loses. However, with the threat of the Dean aliens and the Forever Knights, he joins Ben and Gwen. It is later revealed in the episode of Ben 10, Ultimate Alien, Ultimate Aggregator, that when he absorbed raw energy, he became insane, which happens to be the one of the Osmosians. Later in the episode The Forge of Creation, he absorbs the Ultimatrix in order to stop Agrigar from absorbing a baby celestial sapien, but it does more harm than good after he goes insane again. After Agrigar has been defeated, he flies off, leaving both 10 and 16-year-old Ben and 16-year-old Gwen behind. In the next episode, Nor Iron Bars a Cage, it's revealed how Kevin escaped from the Null Void and how he turned back to normal between the original series and Alien Force and how he had gotten his material-absorbing powers. In the same episode, he voluntarily goes back to the Null Void to get revenge on his prison's warden, Morg. He almost got his vendetta on Morg, and leaves the prison, thinking that he did kill him. Gwen still thinks that Kevin could get his sense back and go back to normal, but Ben says that they now might have to put him down, meaning that Kevin might have to be killed. However, as of the end of the Season 1 finale episode, Absolute Power, Part 2, Ben and the others restored Kevin back to normal, and Kevin is once again a good guy. Me, man. That is awful, Kevin. But I'm glad you redeemed yourself. Kevin, me too, JD. Me, but I can tell what species you're a hybrid of. You're an Osmosian from the planet Osmos V. Kevin, that's right. My father was a pure-blooded Osmosian. I'm a hybrid. Me, that's amazing. Ben told us what happened to your father and you have our condolences for what happened. Kevin, thanks JD. Nico, but from all accounts Ragnarok deserved it. I'm glad you got justice for your father. Kevin, thanks Nico. I appreciate that. Lainey, who is Ragnarok? Me, I know he's named after Doomsday in the Old Norse myth. But from what we were told, he was a nasty space pirate that stole the energies from stars and sold them to the highest bidder on the interstellar black market. Kevin, that's right, and he was also the monster that killed my father. Ragnarok was originally a powerful and dangerous criminal from unknown origin, who possessed a ship able to drain energy from stars, destroying them in the process. He was a member of the Rooters as well. According to Max's false memories, as he was about to absorb Earth's son, Devon, and Max successfully stole the key for his device. Ragnarok succeeded in catching their ship, and threatened to kill Max if Devon wouldn't tell him where the key was. When Devon declined, Ragnarok attempted to kill Max, but Devon put himself between them, and was fatally wounded instead of Max. Furious, Max used the element of surprise to send Ragnarok into the Null Void, where he was taken into custody. Ragnarok appeared in Vendetta, where he escaped from his Null Void prison and the Null Guardians and arrived on Earth. After he trashed Kevin's house in order to find his key, Kevin's mother revealed to him what she thought happened to his father, causing the young Osmosian to start looking for Ragnarok in order to get revenge. Feeling worried for Kevin, Ben, and Gwen learned exactly who Ragnarok was from Max, and attempted to help Kevin, only to be asked by him to stay out of his way. Eventually, Ragnarok got the key back, and attempted to use it to activate his machine, but Kevin successfully infiltrates his ship, and destroys the ship's command, causing the device to be damaged and the air tank to break open. Ragnarok then begs Kevin to save him, stating that his father was a plumber, an honorable man, and he would never have let anyone die. Instead, Kevin took the key from him and left him to be sucked into space, seemingly causing his death. He remained loyal to the Rooters and never revealed the truth about Kevin's father to Kevin. Me, that's awful, Kevin. But I'm glad you destroyed him. He was a danger to everyone in the entire universe. Lainey, that's terrible. Kevin, he was. Me, how did you find out about Ragnarok? Kevin, my mother told me everything. Me, the truth then ignited that spark to get justice. Kevin, that's right. To Donna, what was your family history like before meeting Scream? Donna Diego, it's something I don't like to talk about. But you all have a right to know. Donna told us that before she became Scream, her parents were murdered by Wilson Fisk, aka Kingpin. Wilson Fisk grew up in poverty and was tormented by his classmates for being overweight. Tired of being bullied, he began to train himself in physical combat. When he gained a powerful physique, he forced his former tormentors into joining his gang, and thus, his desire for absolute control began. Later on in life, he met a crime boss named Don Rigoletto. At first, he fostered an alliance with Rigoletto, but then, betrayed him and murdered him. Fisk then took over Rigoletto's gang, and took Rigoletto's place as the most powerful crime boss in New York City. He would later join the international terrorist syndicate Hydra and become a prominent figure as one of their heads of operations. Although the Kingpin started off as a Spider-Man villain, but Frank Miller, during his classic run on Daredevil comics, effectively transferred Wilson Fisk to become the arch-nemesis of the Man Without Fear. Miller had Fisk focus on street-level crime and New York City politics, rather than the superhuman and supernatural exploits of times past. It was in Miller's later storyline, Born Again, that the Kingpin earned this title. Using information from Murdoch's former girlfriend, drug-addicted porn star Karen Page, the Kingpin slowly began to ruin Matt Murdoch's life, destroying his home, having him barred from practicing law, and leaving him an insane derelict. It was only thanks to a reunion with his long-lost mother that Matt regained his confidence to fight again. Eventually, Matt's efforts saw to it that the Kingpin was exposed as a criminal, fleeing as a homeless fugitive, a harsh taste of ironic justice. Ever since then, Donna was forced to live on the streets, and she was taken by Carlton Drake of the Life Foundation and bonded with Scream against her will, and they did tests on her against her will as well. Donna's life was hell. We were horrified. Me, Donna, that's horrible. Donna, I know. But now that Drake is dead, we're finally free of his evil. Me, yep. And Kevin, Leslie is also Ben's sister. Leslie, that's right. Leslie Jesneria Tennyson. Kevin, wow. Julie, congratulations Ben. Leslie, we're not related by blood. Leslie told the story of how it happened. Kevin, that's awful Leslie. Julie, oh man. But you and Agony are perfect as sisters for Ben. Agony, thanks Julie. That means a lot. Leslie, same here. Julie, and have you all met Ship? Me, who? Julie whistled and out came a little galvanic mechamorph. It leapt into her arms. Julie, this is Ship. Me, oh he's a little galvanic mechamorph. Lainey, oh he's really cute. Julie, yep. Me and Ben found him on our first date. Riley, that's amazing Julie. Julie, thanks Riley. Asterisk asterisk asterisk. Later as we were watching TV I got word on my computer that Scrooge McDuck's Rick rival Flintheart Glomgold was up to no good. Flintheart Glomgold is Scrooge McDuck's arch-nemesis and business rival, primarily because of their long-lasting feud concerning which of them deserves the title of World's Richest Duck. Glomgold is jealous of Scrooge's wealth and desperately wants to obtain the title, but is usually referred to as World's Second Richest Duck. He was created by Disney legend Carl Barks, and made his first appearance in Barks' 1956 comic The Second Richest Duck, Uncle Scrooge No. 15. Flintheart will attempt any possible underhanded deed in order to defeat Scrooge and occasionally hires such thugs as the Beagle Boys to do his dirty work. Selfish, dishonest, and incredibly greedy, his goal is to become the world's richest duck, but the thing that makes him such a cruel duck is the fact that he will cross every line to achieve this, even to the point where he might even try to murder Scrooge. He cares for no one other than himself, acting as a loner at some points. In the comics, Glomgold wears an ascot, a black coat, and a Scottish bonnet. Many of Glomgold's appearances are centered around the fact that he is similar to Scrooge in so many ways, even having a money bin that is nearly identical to Scrooge's, both in appearance and personality. However, unlike Scrooge, who does not believe in obtaining money through dishonest methods, Flintheart makes immoral decisions, which often leads to his downfall. In the comics, he owns a money bin that mirrors Scrooge's. However, It is situated in the Limpopo Valley in the middle of a South African jungle, as opposed to Scrooge's, which is in the center of Duckburg. In The Life and Times of Scrooge McDuck, Glomgold first meets Scrooge while Scrooge is prospecting for gold in South Africa. Glomgold, however, is caught attempting to steal from a diamond miner's pit claim and runs off, thus showing his dishonest tendencies immediately. In his initial introduction, he says he's a Boer, a descendant of Dutch-speaking settlers in South Africa. He later steals everything from Scrooge's camp, including his campfire, and when Scrooge later confronts him, he declares Glomgold made him mean. Scrooge McDuck, Scottish accent, ACH, so that we snake in the grass. Glomgold is at it again. Me, and I know all his terrible deeds. One time he got you sent to prison for stealing his own painting while dressing up like you to frame you. Scrooge McDuck, that he did. Merida, Scottish accent, ACH, what a monster he is. We need to take him down once and for all. Me, death would be too merciful for him. So prison is where he'll go. Acid Man, any idea where we can find Glomgold? I looked it up and show that his estate is on the outskirts of Duckburg. Me, the outskirts of Duckburg. Let's roll. We were off to Duckburg. Asterisk asterisk asterisk. We were in the woods outside of Glomgold's estate. Dirge, I have an idea. Dirge crept up to the front door quietly. Dirge, plants fake money out in the open. When Glomgold comes near this fake money, we'll corner him like a rat. Dirge rang the doorbell and ran. Glomgold, Scottish accent, yes? Sees the fake money. Well, lucky me. More gold for me fortune. He was about to pick it up and we jumped out and had him cornered. Me, Flintheart. Glomgold, you're under arrest. Glomgold, how about we make a deal? You all let me go and have me as a recurring enemy like that alternate crabs, and I'll give you half the gold I have. Blades, how about this? We take all your gold and beat you and your goons senseless, giving you a small chance of escaping. Me, take them down. We went at Glomgold and his thugs and beat them all a merciless beatdown. Julie, kicks a goon in the crotch. Oh, how I've missed this. Kevin Levin, punches a goon in the face. Same here. I forgot how fun this was. I punched Glomgold in the beak and kicked him in the face. Nico, Flintheart. Glomgold, you have failed this city. Nico punched a thug and knocked him out. Lincoln grabbed a thug's underwear and gave him a massive atomic wedgie. He screamed like a little girl. Lori, Lenny, and Luna punched and kicked 3 thugs and kicked them in their crotches and knocked them out. The thugs were knocked out and now we set our sights on Glomgold. Blades, combo time guys. Cyber key power. The Earth cyber planet key went into his back and enhanced his twin smart rocket launchers. Bella Hartley, I've always wanted to try this out. Earth cyber key power. The Earth cyber planet key went into her right arm device and it enhanced her powers 100-fold. Blades and Bella Hartley, smart rocket prism crystal blizzard. Blades fired his missiles and Bella formed a crystal prism made of glass and the missiles went into it and split into 7 colors and they exploded as they blasted Glomgold all over the place. Acid Man, time for action. Giganteon cyber key power. The Giganteon cyber planet key went into his right arm and it enhanced his acid barrier 100-fold and he turned into a serpentine dragon made of pure sulfuric acid. Dirge, cyber key power. The Earth cyber planet key went into Dirge's engines and enhanced his incendiary bombs 100-fold. Acid Man and Dirge, acid fire inferno dragon. Dirge fired his enhanced incendiary missiles and they hit Acid Man as an acid dragon and he turned into a dragon made of neon blue fire burning with sulfuric acid. It slammed into Glomgold and burned him and the thugs. Julie, time for a final smash. I want to see if I can do one. Galvanic sword / surprise. A miniature galvanic mechamorph appeared and it turned into an awesome energy sword and Julie went at Glomgold and she slashed him and it left a nasty burning gash on him. She slashed him some more and carved the letter J into his chest. Scrooge, Time for me to do a final smash. Gold money bag bombarrage. Scrooge threw numerous bags of money and they hit Glomgold and exploded. Nico caught a Reperier and a Lickalicky. We took all of Glomgold's gold totaling more than $782,836,648,667,648,865,868.00. Glomgold was sentenced to 875 years in the Planet 9 prison without the possibility of parole. Scrooge McDuck, to the viewers, remember this lads and lassies. If you mess with me money and Team Loud Phoenix Storm, you all are gonna be in for some serious consequences. Me, you can say that again Scrooge. We went back home. We had a nice rest. The end. Asterisk asterisk asterisk. Another fanfic complete. Glomgold on DuckTales was one of the shadiest villains in all of Duckburg. I've never liked the guy and he gives all rich people an extremely bad name. Prison is more than perfect for a monster like him. Nico-chan11 gave me the ideas for this one. Thanks man as usual. Let me know what you all think. See you all next time.